Hello, good morning. This is your daily outlook for Friday the 9th of March. The euro recorded gains against most of its major counterparts as news concerning Greece's debt restructuring hit the markets. The private bondholders had until 2000 GMT last night to announce their participation or not. According to the Greek government, the participation rate in this exchange of debt will reach 95% after the nation went ahead with activating collective action clauses. The total amount of debt involved in this swap is estimated at €197 billion, undoubtedly the world's biggest restructuring. Earlier, the European Central Bank announced its decision to leave its interest rate unchanged as expected. The central bank president Draghi cited the latest data as a confirmation of the stabilising Eurozone economy, even though the economic outlook remains subject to downside risks. Against the US dollar, the single currency advanced to 132.71 from 131.41. The US dollar produced mixed results ahead of the non-farm payroll release today. The ADP employment figures on Wednesday, thought to be predictive of the NFP release, came out slightly better than expected. Against the Japanese yen, the greenback rose to 81.59 from 81.34. Versus the Swiss franc, the US dollar dropped to 0.9083 from 0.9169. The US dollar also dropped against the Canadian dollar after the nation's central bank left its lending rate at 1%. The British pound rose to 158.21 from 157.32 versus the US dollar, following the announcement by the Bank of England to leave its bank rate untouched and not to engage in additional asset purchasing. The Australian dollar rebounded to 106.43 from 105.67 against the US dollar. Looking at commodities, we saw oil prices rose to $106.53 from $105.77 a barrel. Gold advanced to $1,701.79 from $1,684.93 an ounce. Against the euro, gold dropped to €1,280.46 from €1,281.36 an ounce. Silver jumped to $33.84 from $33.39 an ounce. And let's take a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The euro-dollar pivot points at 132.90 with a preference to enter into short positions at 132.80. The dollar-yen pivot points at 81.30 with a preference to enter into long positions at 81.30. The Aussie-dollar pivot points at 105.90 with a preference to enter into long positions at 105.90. The sterling-dollar pivot points at 158.40 with a preference to enter into short positions at 158.30. And the dollar-CAD pivot point is at 0.9940 with a preference to enter into short positions at 0.9940. Looking at commodities, the oil pivot point is at 106.15 with a preference to enter into long positions at 106.15. The gold pivot point is at 1683 with a preference to enter into long positions at 1683. And the silver pivot point is at 33.20 with a preference to enter into long positions at 33.20. And of course, for more up-to-date information, please visit us at easy-forex.com. On the calendar, the market movers are the UK industrial output month-on-month for January, forecast to rise by 0.3%. Canadian unemployment rate for February forecast to remain at 7.6%. And US non-farm payrolls for February forecast to come out at 210,000. Now on to equities. In Europe, the FTSE was up 1.18%, the DAX was up 2.45%, and the CAC was up 2.54%. In the US, the SP 500 was up 0.98%, and the Dow was up 0.55%. In Asia, at the time of writing, the Nikkei was up 1.65%, and the Hang Seng was up 0.99%. This has been your Daily Outlook. I'm Emma and Joe from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a good weekend.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.